Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
My name is Michael Stone.
My name is Michael Stone.
I've just come from New York City.
I've just come from New York City.
The people of New York City
The people of New York City
are with you.
are with you.
And we're winning.
And we're winning.
And you're winning.
And you're winning.
This movement
This movement
has to sustain itself
has to sustain itself
as the weather gets cold
as the weather gets cold
and the snow comes
and the snow comes
and the police get uptight
and the police get uptight
and the people in these buildings get uptight
and the people in these buildings get uptight
and we keep winning
and we keep winning
and we keep winning.
and we keep winning.
So we have to take care of ourselves.
So we have to take care of ourselves.
So I want to talk about anger.
So I want to talk about anger.
When I go to the tar sands,
When I go to the tar sands,
where I was this year,
where I was this year,
I was fucking angry.
I was fucking angry.
When I watch people get arrested on the Brooklyn Bridge,
When I watched people get arrested on the Brooklyn Bridge,
I was angry.
I was angry.
And I am angry.
And I am angry.
And I'm human.
And I'm human.
And if this is gonna work,
And if this is going to work,
we have to be human.
we have to be human.
Because we're diverse.
Because we're diverse.
And that's why we're successful.
And that's why we're successful.
This
This
is not diverse.
is not diverse.
So it's not successful.
So it's not successful.
To be successful,
To be successful,
we have to be diverse.
we have to be diverse.
And so we need to learn
And so we need to learn
how to take care of our anger.
how to take care of our anger.
Anger is good.
Anger is good.
It has momentum.
It has momentum.
It has the energy that makes change.
It has the energy that makes change.
The media want us to be angry,
The media want us to be angry.
and they want us to be violent,
And they want us to be violent.
but we can't give them the violence they want
We can't give them the violence they want.
and the violence they're expecting.
And the violence they're expecting.
Or we fall into the trap,
Or we fall into the trap.
and then we lose track of the issues.
And then we lose track of the issues.
When you get angry,
When you get angry,
take care of it.
take care of it.
Don't do anything.
Don't do anything.
Don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
Go for a walk.
Go for a walk.
Breathe.
Breathe.
Do yoga.
Do yoga.
Find your breath.
Find your breath.
Do more yoga.
More yoga.
If you don't do yoga,
Don't do yoga.
drink a beer.
Drink beer.
When there's anger,
When there's anger,
there's energy,
there's energy,
which is fantastic.
which is fantastic.
But when you're in a rage,
But when you're in a rage,
there's no creativity
there's no creativity.
because you get stuck in a viewpoint
Because you get stuck in a viewpoint
where you're right
where you're right
and they're wrong.
and they're wrong.
And then you can't get any communication done.
And then you can't get any communication done.
And then you can't
And then you can't
get any communication
get any communication
done.
done.
When you're angry,
When you're angry,
take care of your anger.
take care of your anger.
And when it settles,
When it settles,
know how you feel.
know how you feel.
But don't stop there.
But don't stop there.
On the one hand, know how you feel.
On the one hand, know how you feel.
Distressed,
Distress,
in pain,
in pain,
suffering.
suffering.
And on the other hand,
And on the other hand,
keep the momentum of the anger.
keep the momentum of the anger.
And then you have creativity.
Then you have creativity.
If we're going to sustain ourselves over the winter,
If we're going to sustain ourselves over the winter,
in the snow,
in the snow,
and with many different kinds of people,
and with many different kinds of with people.
We have to take care of our anger
We have to take care of our anger
so we can be creative,
so we can be creative.
like the human microphone.
Like the human microphone.
These buildings are not so creative.
These buildings are not so creative.
Sometimes the banking system is creative,
Sometimes the banking system is creative.
but we're more creative.
But we're more creative.
And we're going to show the world how creative we can be.
And we're going to show the world how creative we can be.
When the Buddha
When the Buddha
started teaching his community,
started teaching his community,
he asked them to wear robes,
he asked them to wear robes
to find material
to find material
that nobody would want.
that nobody would want.
If there was feces on it,
If there was feces on it,
if it was used to clean up menstruation,
if it was used to clean up menstruation,
if it was used during childbirth,
if it was used during childbirth,
if nobody wanted the material,
if nobody wanted the material,
you should take that material and make robes out of it.
you should take that material and make robes out of it.
He said that that's the material for peacemaking.
That's the material for peacemaking.
You take what nobody wants
You take what nobody wants
and you include it.
and you include it.
We're the 99%,
We're the 99%,
and the 1% don't want us.
and the 1% don't want us.
We treat people like garbage.
We treat people like garbage.
We're throwing them out of their houses.
We're throwing them out of their houses.
We're treating the Athabasca River like garbage.
We're treating the Athabasca River like garbage.
We're treating the St. Lawrence River like garbage.
We're treating the St. Lawrence River like garbage.
This movement is pulling the emergency brake
This movement is holding the emergency brake
and taking the stuff that is garbage
and taking the stuff that is garbage
and pulling it into our hearts.
and pulling it into our hearts.
We have parts of ourselves we treat like garbage.
We have parts of ourselves we treat like garbage.
We have parts of our community we treat like garbage.
We have parts of our community we treat like garbage.
And if this community is going to be successful,
And if this community is going to be successful,
if this community is going to be successful,
if this community is going to be successful,
we have to take the garbage
we have to take the garbage
and bring it into our hearts.
and bring it into our hearts.
And we can only do this
And we can only do this
with energy
with energy
and creativity.
and creativity.
And nobody has as much energy
And nobody has as much energy
and creativity
and creativity
as Montreal.
as Montreal.
New York City has the media
New York City has the media
and many, many people.
and many, many people.
But we know how to keep each other warm.
But we know how to keep each other warm.
So let's keep each other warm
So let's keep each other warm
and learn how to take care of our anger
and learn how to take care of our anger
so we can communicate with people outside of our community.
so we can communicate with people outside of our community.
So we can build bridges.
So we can build bridges.
Bridges at the end of the world.
Bridges at the end of the world.
We don't know where the bridge is going.
We don't know where the bridge is going.
And that's why we're artists.
And that's why we're artists.
We're moving into the unknown.
We're moving into the unknown.
And when you take care of your anger,
And when you take care of your anger,
you get patience.
you get patience.
The media wants demands.
The media wants demands.
They don't know how to deal with us because we don't yet have demands.
They don't know how to deal with us because we don't yet have demands.
We shouldn't articulate demands yet
We shouldn't articulate demands yet
because we don't know how big this is going to get.
because we don't know how big this is going to get.
Let's see how big this is going to get.
Let's see how big this is going to get.
And then we can make demands
And then we can make demands
to bring these buildings down
to bring these buildings down
and make gardens
and make gardens
and make peace.
and make peace.
This is a new kind of military,
This is a new kind of military.
making peace,
Making peace,
not peacekeepers.
not peacekeepers. peacekeepers,
but peacemakers.
but peacemakers,
Making peace internally
making peace internally,
and making peace in the world.
and making peace in the world,
And making peace is painful
and making peace is painful,
because we have to reach beyond what we know.
because we have to reach beyond what we know.
We have to reach beyond who we know.
We have to reach beyond who we know,
And we have to include them.
and we have to include them.
And making bridges
And making bridges
is the way to peace.
is the way to peace.
But social action
But social action
and social change
and social change
don't come from persuasion.
don't come from persuasion,
And they sure as hell
and they sure as hell
don't come from electoral politics.
don't come from electoral politics.
Thank you for letting me speak.
Thank you for letting me speak.
I'm on my way to Toronto.
I'm on my way to Toronto.
I was just in New Mexico.
I was just in New Mexico.
I was just in Vancouver.
I was just in Vancouver.
I was just in New York.
I was just in New York.
And this movement is winning.
And this movement is winning.